Hello everyone, this is Priyadarshini Tiwari. Today I am here with you to discuss on the subject Code of Civil Procedure 1908. The topic for today's discussion is execution of decrees and orders. So in this lecture I will be dealing with the introduction and meaning of execution, which decree may be executed, who may apply for execution of decree, against whom a decree may be executed, and the courts by which decree may be executed, and definition of the term court which passed a decree. Let's start with introduction. Part 2 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908 deals with the provisions related to execution of decree. Section 36 to 74 and Order 21 contains the detailed provisions related to execution. Part 2 of Code of Civil Procedure 1908 is considered to be the longest chapter of Code of Civil Procedure. Order 21 contains 106 rules which provides the procedure for execution of any decree. Now the meaning of the term execution. Execution in the popular sense means enforcement of decree or order of a court. In its widest sense, execution means enforcement or giving effect to decrees or orders through the process of court. It is the medium through which decree holder compels the judgment debtor to carry out the mandate of the decree or order as the case may be. It enables the decree holder to recover the fruits of the judgment. The main rules of procedure are to be found in Part 2 of the Code, Section 36 to 74, and minor rules are to be found in Order 21 of the Code. Now the code which decree may be executed. It is a decree of court of first instance if no appeal has been preferred against it that shall be executed. However, if the appeal has been preferred against the decree of the court of first instance, then the decree of the court of the last instance will be executed, because the decree of the court of first instance is merged into the decree of the superior court. It may be noted that here that a compromise decree like any other decree may be executed. This was held so by Kerala High Court in V.N. Sridharan versus B.N. Bhaskaran, and it is not necessary that the compromise decree should state that in the event of non-satisfaction of the decree or non-fulfillment of any condition therein, execution proceeding may be initiated. Now, who may apply for execution of decree? The decree holder is the proper person who may apply for the execution of decree. However, if the decree is transferred, the transferee may apply for execution. When a decree has been passed jointly in favor of more persons than one, any one or more of such person may, unless the decree imposes any condition to the contrary, may apply for execution. Lastly, where the decree holder is dead, his legal representative may apply for execution. Now, against whom a decree can be executed. In case the judgment debtor is alive, execution would lie against him. If he is dead, execution would lie against his legal representative. However, if the decree is sought to be executed against legal representative, it may not be executed against his person. It can only be executed against his property, and that too to the extent of the property of the deceased which has come to his hands and has not been duly disposed of. Now the which court by which decree may be executed. Section 38 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 provides that the courts by which decree may be executed. It should be noted here that the term decree for the purpose of execution also includes an injunction decree, and therefore an injunction decree is also executable. According to section 38, a decree may be executed either by a court which passed a decree under section 37 or the court by which it is sent for execution under section 39. The court which passed a decree has been defined under section 37 above, and the condition under which a decree is sent to another court for execution are set under section 39 below. So basically, a decree may be executed either by the court which has passed the decree in exercise of its original jurisdiction or appellate jurisdiction, or it may also be executed by the court to which it has been sent only for the purpose of execution. Now, let me explain the definition of court which passed the decree. Section 37 provides the expression court which passed a decree or words to that effect shall, in relation to the execution of decrees, unless there is anything repugnant in the subject or context, be deemed to include. Where the decree to be executed has been passed in the exercise of appellate jurisdiction, the court of first instance, and where the court of first instance had ceased to exist or have jurisdiction to execute it, the court which, if the suit wherein the decree was passed was instituted at the time of making the application for the execution of decree, would have jurisdiction to try such suit. So in case where the decree has been passed by an appellate court, in that situation the meaning of the term the court which passed the decree shall be considered to be the court of first instance, and where the court of first instance has ceased to have jurisdiction, in that situation the present court who is having jurisdiction to try such suit. The court of first instance does not cease to have jurisdiction to execute a decree merely on the ground that after the institution of the suit wherein the decree was passed, or after the passing of the decree, any area has been transferred from the jurisdiction of that court to the jurisdiction of any other court. But in every such case, such other courts shall also have jurisdiction to execute the decree if at the time of making the application for execution of the decree it would have jurisdiction to try the said suit. Thank you.